Peace, blessings, and all that fantastic love. I'm an introvert, and I had to learn a lot about myself because when growing up, I never had or felt the need to have a bunch of female friends. You know, when you grow up, you have your clique. Well, I didn't have that. I was a clique all by myself. I never really had. There was one friend that I had, well, two friends that I had. One of them I wound up dismissing after I learned what type of person she was. And then I remained friends with another one, and we kind of broke off after our marriages. My first marriage, had went down the drain. Some things had happened, and I just dismissed her. I'm not afraid to cut off people that I feel that is not beneficial to my overall well-being. But I am an introvert, and I had to learn a lot about the word, which I learned maybe about 10 years ago after moving to Philly, because a lot of people will say that I was antisocial. Well, antisocial is a mental disorder. I do not have a mental disorder. I have very good, well-rounded social skills. I get along with people that I meet. People actually like me. People do come to me for advice. Um, but I prefer to being by myself more than being in large groups of people. Like, I'm an introvert with outgoing tendencies, which I will go out every now and then. It's not on a regular basis. When I feel that I need to go out and have some fun, I would do that, but I don't do it on a regular basis. I don't feel the need to do that on a regular basis. Some people just feel the need they have to be around other people. Well, I am the opposite. I prefer spending my alone time either researching on my laptop, watching one of my crime shows, or listening to some music. I enjoy spending a lot of time with my children versus other people. And I have very good healthy relationship with my coworkers. I may go out with them every now and then, but I don't feel the need that I have to have a house full of people to have an exciting life. I love and prefer spending a lot of my alone time by myself, and that's just who I am. And during my second marriage, my second husband, he was an extrovert, and when his family would get family events and I'm there, he would find me in the room away from the people, and he would come and get me from the room and bring me out, encourage me to mingle, only for me to end up back in the room. And this went on throughout the day. He would come and get me. I would go back and he would come and get me. And I had to explain to him, this is who I am. I don't need to be in the limelight. I'm not a social butterfly. I prefer being by myself. And with that being said, I'm going to read the four different types of introverts, which I was not aware of until recently. So you have a social introvert, which is I can relate to. This type of introvert isn't shy in the traditional sense. Social events don't give these folks anxiety. It's just that they prefer to socialize in small groups rather than large ones, and sometimes to opt for not socializing at all. This choice isn't about fear, but it's simply a clear personal preference for the intimate and quiet. And it's kind of interesting that I met a man that is actually an introvert, and he has the same type of introvert personality that I have. So when we go out together, it's kind of interesting because we will be sitting together and we will have stimulating conversation, but at the same time, we'll spend some of that time to ourselves, although we are together. So it's kind of interesting, and I kind of like that because I was thinking about, like, I don't think I want to remarry or really be in a heavy situation with someone that, unless they understand me. They have to understand me. They have to understand that I prefer a lot of alone time, and meeting an introvert man, that kind of might be my goal, is to have a man with the same type of personality as me, because he will understand that he doesn't have to text me every day, he doesn't have to call me every day, he doesn't have to see me every day, because I don't need that. So let me go on to the second one, which is thinking. Sometimes an introvert isn't driven by their preference around other people at all. They are neither shy nor particularly adverse to groups. These folks simply come across as reserved and unsocial sometimes because they are often lost in their own thoughts. If this is you, you're capable of getting lost in an internal fantasy world, but it's not in a neurotic way. it's in an imaginative and creative way. The third one is called the anxious introvert. This type of introvert conforms to common stereotypes of the quiet person. They're withdrawn and quiet because other people make them nervous. Unlike social introverts, anxious introverts may seek out solitude because they feel awkward and painfully self-conscious around other people because they're not very confident in their own social skills. And then the last one is called the restrained introvert. Rather than being anxious, imaginative, or most at home in small groups, this final kind of introvert is simply slow moving. They take a while to get along. No, they take a while to get going and need to be deliberate in their actions. They always think before they speak. In an introvert extroverted world, this appears much the same as other types of introversion, though its root cause are quite different. So those was the four types of introvert, and let me just review the names. You have social introvert, thinking introvert, anxious introvert, and restrained introvert. I hope this have give you an understanding of the type of introvert person you may be or may know. Just because a person doesn't talk much, doesn't like being around people, does not make them antisocial. Antisocial is more of a mental disorder. Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. My name is Mr. Hadia. I'm going to do a video on the different signs of an introvert. Stay tuned.